What's going on, y'all? Straight to the point, sports and entertainment. Hit the like button, sub to the channel if you're not a member. Also, hit the notifications so that you're able to get all of my content as well as all of my videos. Uh, the Bucks have saved the series, man, and it's without the Giannis. And a lot of people are starting to question whether Giannis, both Giannis and Dame, are hurt. Now I have no doubt in my mind that Giannis is hurt. You know what I'm saying? I with Dame, you did see his knee buckle. So I'm not gonna sit here and question anything. But you have Paul Pierce. What's up with it, Brown Sugar? Um, you have a guy, Paul Pierce, who is questioning whether these guys are, severely hurt, especially after what you see Jamal Murray do, despite him being hurt. Uh, what's up with it, Chad? Chris Middleton and Bobby Portis Jr. both had 29 apiece, and Malik Beasley, he came down with 18. I had forgot about Malik Beasley. Oh man, I can't even talk this morning. I'm about to say Malik Beasley. Malik Beasley, I had forgot about him when he was in Minnesota, especially with that whole situation that had taken place with the girl and all that. But yeah, he came down with 18, and Patrick Beverly had 13. On Indiana, I mean, nobody. I mean, it was you had seven in double figures and everything. I think Halliburton had 16 and 6, but for the most part, yeah, it was a lot of guys in double figures. No numbers really jumped out at you. But listen, I've always liked Bobby Portis. I don't think people look at Bobby Portis, the importance of him being on there. But listen, we have to say something right now, and it needs to be said. Okay, if the Bucks end up winning this series without the services of both Dame and Giannis, and they're most likely probably going to come back, because now they're saying doubtful, and usually when it's said doubtful, there's a big chance that they will come back. But if the Bucks end up coming back and end up winning this series, you got to give Doc Rivers his credit for the excellent coaching job that he's done. Rick Carlisle is a championship coach. So is Doc Rivers. Okay, we know that just like Doc Rivers, Rick Carlisle, it's been a while since he's won a championship too. You have some booze in your coffee. Nah, man, you know what? I actually. Oh, okay. Y'all talking about uh, something else. Okay, but with the Buck series, I mean, who do y'all see winning though? Who do y'all see winning the Buck series? So you see the Pacers winning, but tell me why? Why do you see the Pacers winning? Because, um, like the Bucks have. I really like if Bobby Portis can play the way that he's been playing, and Chris Middleton. See, You know what I think about Chris Middleton? I think is going on is I think he plays better, without having Dame and without having Giannis there because he feels more comfortable. You got to think about it when Giannis had went out when he hyperextended his knee against Brooklyn that year. Um, Chris Middleton actually played pretty good without Dame. I mean, without Giannis. You think it's already designed for the Bucks to win? Nah, I don't think it's like that because the Pacers. You got to think about it. The Pacers. Um, if it was designed for the Bucks to win, um, Dame and Giannis would really be out there. And on top of that, Dame and Giannis would be doing a whole hell of a lot better. The refs would be playing in their favor. But the role players have actually been having to play. Like you got a whole bunch of guys that are expendables on the Bucks team. Okay, Chris Middleton, he was looked at as expendable or whatnot because when he came over from Detroit and everything, from what I know, this was supposed to be Chris Middleton's like last stop. He was a decent player and everything, but he wasn't really like no superstar or anything like that. But he's always been solid and committed to defense. Um, Bobby Portis, somewhat it was supposed to be like some sort of, like a last stop or whatever. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people they were questioning Bobby Portis, which I never had a problem with Bobby. I liked him coming in. His idol, who he looked up to, was Kevin Garnett. That's what he liked coming up. And then of course, you got Pat Beverly, who's dead homie, who's always been in the playoffs. He always always been uh, in playoff situations. And then on top of that, some people are starting to call him a journeyman now, or whatever. I'm just talking about the expendable type of name that they have. And then, Brook Lopez, he came over from Brooklyn, and then of course, Dame he's not playing, but you have a whole bunch of role players on there right now that's really getting it done. And then Malik Beasley, Minnesota, didn't want him. You think Middleton plays better in the playoffs? Of course. I like Middleton, man. I like him on defense. You know what I'm saying? Like his offense is, his offense is a roller coaster. You gonna have cardiac arrest messing with Chris Middleton. You said Lopez and AJ Green. Well, Brooke Lopez, I'm gonna be real with you, Ted. I don't really like this version of Brooke Lopez. Yeah, he took his game, because Brooke Lopez and Robin Lopez are extremely smart. They're very high intelligent guys. I mean, of course, they went to Stanford, so they saw what his brother saw where the game was going. So he decided to move his game out to the perimeter. And I like the old Brooke Lopez that was in Brooklyn, that was playing down low, hours in the gym. Some people were calling him, they were comparing him to like Yao Ming at one point. They were comparing him to Yao Ming. Oh, don't worry, y'all. I'm gonna talk about LeBron in a minute, because I saw y'all talking about LeBron. I know y'all truly want to have a conversation about LeBron. We just have to have a conversation about LeBron. It's like if you don't touch the topic of LeBron, people are gonna get, their nerves are gonna be bad. They're gonna want to grab some cigarettes and grab some weed and all this other stuff. Trust me, we're gonna talk about him. I'm definitely gonna talk about him in just a few minutes. Um, well, I haven't really seen it. I haven't seen it, man. But who y'all think gonna win out of the Magic? Because the Magic, even though they lost last night, Paleo um, put up 39 points. But then again, Donovan Mitchell actually played pretty decent. It's like nobody's even paying attention to these series. Nobody's even paying attention to these series. Now I know last night there was a lot of people watching the Philadelphia 76ers and the New York Knicks, which I went live for afterwards. Yeah, it's about time, man. His shooting, his shooting has gotten a lot better in comparison to when he was in Utah. Like he was always a volume scorer. I think he's worked on that in that aspect of his game. Because before, man, Donovan Mitchell, while he was talented, man, you used to be like, dog, why you keep shooting the ball so much? Sometimes he be shooting like outrageous numbers, like 17 or 40 and stuff like that, man. Like I'm just going right off the top of my head, but he used to really put up shots like that. I don't know about that, man. Maybe so. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm with parlay. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about Donovan Mitchell though, because like if I'm if somebody though, I'm gonna bet on somebody that for sure is gonna be filling up the stat sheet. Like if you bet on Joel Embiid last night, oh, you would have won a lot. You would have got paid pretty big because Joel Embiid had a triple double last night. Joel Embiid had a triple double last night, man. And this guy is way too far up behind me, man. What's up with it, Think Tank? Man, ATL up in here, man. What did you think of the games last night, bro? Well, yeah. Hey, listen, man. Um, they better pay him. Hey, the money's gonna be on the table. Everybody's gonna be offering Maxi money. They gonna offer Maxi the max. Okay, and they need to give it to him. Like that's why I don't understand why they didn't give it to him last season. He should have got that 144 mil. Oh yes, man, you got to pay him. He saved our season last night. I know Joel Embiid, he had a triple double and everything, but man, that was all Maxey last night. I've been telling people that now everybody want to, because this guy performed in the playoffs. I've been telling people that, man, Doc Rivers, you said, well, Doc Rivers, but hey, think tank. You gotta look at it like this though, bro. Check it out. Doc Rivers, man, is really out coaching. If you really want to be honest, he's out coaching Rick Carlisle. Rick Carlisle got his whole team at full strength. You know what I'm saying? I don't have anything bad to say about Doc Rivers. He's actually been coaching pretty good. And then on top of that, like I was just saying a few minutes ago, Chris Middleton, he played more comfortable without having Dame and Giannis. It seemed like he put up 29. Bobby Portis is always gonna be do what he do. You said the Pacers can't guard anybody. That's not what I was saying. That's not what I said, bro. I was giving props to the Bucks, and then on top of that, I was saying that they and you talk about the Pacers can't guard anybody. Pascal Siakam can guard pretty much 4 positions on the floor. Miles Turner is a decent defender, but the role players for the Bucks, they're making the game ugly. And then you got a guy in Chris Middleton. Chris Middleton can shoot the mid range. And he's kind of tough sometimes to figure out because his game is so simplified, but at the same token, he has a little herky-jerky to his game too a little bit. He's not too shifty or anything, but he's just real simple. Nobody sleeping on the what's up with it, Steven? Nobody sleeping on the Pacers, but the Bucks, they can actually win it. I think the Bucks could actually win. I think the Bucks could actually win, man. And if they win, you got to question. A lot of people are going to be like, "Well, if it wasn't for the role players, players in the first round, y'all wouldn't have never advanced." Yep. If it wasn't for the role players, then they wouldn't have never advanced. You said as a Sixers fan, I'd rather face the Pacers than the Bucks. Why? Why would you want to do that? Listen, either one of those teams, like, don't sleep on either one of those teams. Like, man, the Pacers, they play really, really fast. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest with you, that wouldn't really play in our favor, especially when you got guys who are hit or miss, like a guy like Tobias Harris, who's hit or miss. Joel Embiid sometimes could be hit or miss. Miles Turner is always going to bring him, even though Embiid, he tends to have his way sometimes with Miles Turner, but Miles Turner can do a lot of the things that Joel Embiid can do. Miles Turner looking like the homie Kwame Brown. Shout out to Kwame Brown, man. um, you said Maxey would cook Dame. Yep. No, well, now everybody's saying that. Before, everybody was like, they looked at you stupid if you would have said something like that. But now the reports are that um, LeBron is going to not put Bronny as a priority. He's not gonna like force Bronny to come to the league and play with him. It's not the first top priority on his list. I wonder why. I wonder why. You know what I'm saying? Because he's busy trying to make these moves in the off season to possibly going to New York, to possibly getting Bum B, aka Darvin Ham, fired, and possibly getting Kevin Durant over there in LA, which we don't know what's gonna happen. But I'm glad for this because like everybody pretty much has been saying, Bronny, man, just stay your ass in school. You said Pacers can run. The Bucks, Sixers would have an advantage over the Hobble, but you see, we're hobbled too. Joel Embiid isn't 100%. Joel Embiid is so at the same token, and then on top of that, New York, they were shorthanded too. They don't have Randall. They're doing everything without Randall. And you said Brian, he about to dip to LA and leave them naked like the Cavs. Probably so. But the thing about it is, I'm not really focused on LeBron too much. I'm glad that his son, he's not making his son. I mean, of course, you want to make your son a priority, like when it comes to everyday life. But I'm talking about in terms of him trying to play with Bronny and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like what he needs to focus on is just going, because most likely they're probably going to say that he's not going to be ready, and then he has some eligibility. So go back to school, get better, man. Stay in there, the couple years that you're gonna stay or whatever, and then after that, then try to go. Right now, to be honest with you, he's not even ready for overseas. Oh yeah, it's a lot of shifting that's gonna happen. It's a lot of shifting that's gonna happen. It's gonna be, well, now they're talking about Kevin Durant might possibly go to Miami. But I'm like, you're not, like, you think that going to Miami is gonna make you any safer than you being in Phoenix or something like that, in which you're gonna have control? You think East Spo is gonna let you just come over there and try to take control and everything? No, you got to play within the system. You know what though? Hey, I'm gonna tell you something, Think Tank. Um, this is what I've always said. You know what I'm saying? And look, you know how I am, man. I like a good comeback story. Like Bronny, Bronny right now, yes, I understand what you're saying, but what I've said is if he gets a training camp up under his belt, which he did not have, if he, you got to also think he missed 8 games coming out, and then also the guy damn near lost, the little guy damn near lost his life. You know what I'm saying? So I take all of that into consideration. I'm like this. Let's run it back. Now, who do I think is the more talented brother? Of course, it's going to be Bryce. Okay, and I was having an argument with a couple of the guys on T Price's channel, and I was saying that Bryce is he's already ranked like 20 something in the nation or whatever, and he's getting ready to possibly commit to Ohio State. He already got the size. But with Bronny, a lot of people feel like, they're trying to compare him to like a Drew Holiday. But I don't think that that's a good comparison. Yeah, you could probably somewhat say that now, but Drew Holiday was a guard that could distribute and score and do some damage offensively more than what Bronny could coming out of college. You got to look at how Drew Holiday was before he turned into, a dynamic role player. I think the Suns are desperate to having. Well, shit, all they got, they got like what, first round picks. You can't touch Bradley Beal. You can't touch Bradley Beal. You know what I'm saying? And then you got to figure out what you're gonna do in terms of Booker. The assets is really going to be the question. The assets are always going to be a question with the Lakers and with the Suns, if I'm not mistaken, because they gave up. You got to think about what they gave up in order to get Kevin Durant over there. You said trade Devin Booker. Well, it's not as easy as as you think. But yeah, man, I don't really feel that Bronny is in a he's not losing if he stays in college. Like, if you stay in college, you got to think about it, man. It was your freshman year. Come back dynamic your sophomore year and come out killing. We already know that, okay, the tallest you're going to be is 6'3", 6'4". Okay? Ain't nothing you can do about that. So make the best of you being 6'3", 6'4". Jalen Brunson done made the best of it. Jamal Murray and Anthony Edwards, they done made the best of it, and I'm talking about anywhere from that 6'2" to 6'4" range. There are a lot of guys, that have made a living still being around like 6'2", 6'3", 6'4". Okay, you don't. I know everybody's looking for size and everything like that, but you can still have an impact. You said plenty of teams give up for. Um, not necessarily, not for his resume. I mean, if I don't know, that's kind of tough. Ted, what's up with it, Alex? You said the Suns, the Lakers, and the Clippers offseason will change the landscape. Yeah, well, yeah, because there's a lot of free agents. You gotta also think DeMar DeRozan is a free agent too. I don't think, man, there's not a lot of value in DeMar DeRozan. What DeMar DeRozan should have done, I would have liked to see DeMar DeRozan just go ahead and go back home. to either the Lakers or the Clippers where he's from. He should have just went ahead and went back to Compton, man. I mean, he knows. I mean, Hines, Drew League, Drew League. He will always have his stamp in those places when he works out. They might as well put a statue out there of DeMar DeRozan when it comes to the Drew League and when it comes to Rico Hines, because he's always there. You know that. You know he's from there. But I would say, go back home to L.A. Holiday. And the thing about it is, Drew Holiday is not. He's not as short as what people think. Drew Holiday 6'4". Dwayne Wade 6'3", 6'4". You know what I'm saying? Like, you could still be dynamic. It's not like Bronny don't have athleticism. He's athletic, man. I mean, he could catch alley oops. He's good in transition. I know some people that they want to criticize him because of his dad and all this other stuff. I'll say that he's not ready, not yet. But if he could come back at least averaging anywhere from about 12 to 16 points, okay, maybe get about like 7, 8 assists. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, you a hawk on defense, like, because he does play pretty good on defense or whatever. You could actually do some damage. Now, to say that you're going to come in and be of a caliber of your father, nah, I'm not gonna put that on him. Oh yeah, on TV they look small, but you get a harsh reality check when you stand right next to him. Like, I didn't realize, man, when I saw Kevin. I know Kevin McHale was tall, man, but when I saw him and Chris Webber, uh, man, them guys was tall, man. Like because I was able to see Kobe Bryant. I was able to see Kobe Bryant. Everybody's saying like Kobe Bryant. Oh no, Kobe Bryant ain't no 6'6". He's like 6'5" and stuff like that. Nah, Kobe is 6'6", man. He's 6'6" and he's long. And then on top of that, everybody's like, oh, Charles Barkley, he ain't no 6'6". Like, Charles Barkley is like 6'5", man. Fucker, man, I was mad. Dude didn't even want to shake my hand. Yeah, I know. You get a harsh reality check, man, when you see the guy like wrestlers. Man, listen, a lot of the wrestlers that you see, like that be on TV and stuff like that, a lot of those guys could be like NFL players and basketball players and stuff. They could be NFL, like, you know what I'm saying? When you look at Giant, I think one of my cousins, he met Giant, not Andre the Giant, but Big Country Giant. I always forget his name or whatever. The other Giant, pretty much. Man, he said he saw him. One of my cousins, he's like 6'8". Giant is like 7 foot. He said made him look small. But yeah, Bronny, man, he could take his size, man, and still go in there and be. If he works hard on his game, it's not like he doesn't have the resources. If LeBron is up there putting, spending $100 million into his body, a quarter million of a dollar into his body and stuff like that, Man, shoot, he could do that for his son. Oh man, like backstage, they really be getting into it. Like there be a lot of stories about like them guys really getting into it. Like yeah, they got to go by the script and everything, but they really be getting into it backstage. Yeah, KP is out. He'll be out tonight. It was reported by Woj yesterday. Yeah, he's gonna be out. He out, man. Unfortunately. So this gives Miami a chance to take advantage of that, especially with Bam. Miami still has a chance, man. Hey, you must have bet. Are you gonna bet on that game, Tank? And man, I'm so glad, man. The brothers. Man, I want to give a shout out to 7-8 Sports. Uh, uh, the brother Black Fight Fun, Texas representing all day, Dallas in this bitch. And then CC Reacts, man. I want to give a shout out to Trill Boxing, man. Bring back Trill Boxing. Please bring back Trill Boxing. Bring it back, man. I really want them to bring it back, man. Man, when they came back, man, I was like, dang, man, like, I don't get me wrong, man. I like hamburger cheese, man. You know what I'm saying? But ain't nothing like that Trill Boxing, though, man. Oh, you not betting? You said my kid, I got them corn. Oh, okay. You said Kevin Love, and that's another thing. I think Kevin Love gonna be a free agent. He gonna be at 24 or 25? I think Kevin Love gonna be a free agent in 24, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he gonna be a free agent, man. Um, so he might be on the move. I don't. It's like you haven't even heard nothing about Kevin Love since he left Cleveland. It's like once he stopped playing with LeBron, man, they was talking about Kevin Love as if he was gonna go down as one of the greatest rebounds ever to do it. One of the greatest rebounders, one of the greatest postmen ever to do it, man. Remember this dude was getting like 30 and 20. Well, I was talking boxing yesterday, Think Tank. I gave my spill on Mayweather. Well, it was it's really been if you would were to tune in yesterday, man. Things have taken a twist now. Now we all know that, like I said, Mayweather, he's in Dubai, stuff like that. But now Tank, from what I hear, Tank, and shout out to Monty Brown TV, because he put out that Tank actually pulled up to the Mayweather gym and was ready, But we got to realize Mayweather's in Dubai, okay? But the thing about it too, with that whole little thing with Mayweather and the brother Bill Haney, Bill Haney cooked him, man. Bill Haney cooked Mayweather, man, and there was nothing that Mayweather could say. Mayweather trying to back himself in the corner. He talking about, oh, well, Bill, where did we go wrong with the beef? Man, don't try to play stupid. You've been doing people wrong for years, up in there trying to play the victim. Oh man, I thought we were good. When we seen each other in Miami, we were good. And all this other stuff. Nah, man, don't try to play that shit. You owe people money, you know what I'm saying? You're doing people wrong. You probably finna do your protege wrong in Carmel Moulton. Now Carmel Moulton done inserted himself into the Tank beef. I'm like, man, you need to sit your little young ass down. You don't have no idea what's going on. You don't have no idea what you about to experience getting fucked over by Mayweather. And then you're gonna a couple years down the line, you're gonna feel the way that everybody else is feeling. You're gonna feel the way that Haney and Devin Haney and Bill Haney feeling. You're gonna feel the way that Tank is feeling. You're gonna feel the way that a lot of young protege who were promised this and promised that, they're gonna feel the same way. Yeah, Haney just too real. Haney just too real. I know, man. Listen, man. Haney, like I said, bro, like Haney do a lot. And the thing about it too, um, Carmel Moulton now Tank is mad. Like I didn't want him to do this, but Tank said that he wanted to take Carmel Moulton off the fight card. And you know, Carmel Moulton is to me, he's a really slept on protege, man. This guy, he's next up to come. Like this dude is really nice in the ring, man. Like I think he could be of that caliber of a Mayweather, of a Tank, and actually be the face of boxing. But he got to be around the right people. But you taking him off of the card now. Now look what you done caused. So that's why Mayweather was like, yeah, leave my fighter alone and stuff like that. You know, because they've been getting into it and stuff like that. And now everybody's big thing is who you think will win out of a fight out of Tank and Mayweather in their primes. And that's a tough one. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Most people right offhand would say if they're gonna box, most likely it would be Mayweather. But if they're gonna if you're looking for that one shot and Tank gets that one shot, he'll lay Mayweather clean the fuck out with the uppercut left. That uppercut left is vicious. You could actually kill somebody with an uppercut left, man. That dude don't never clean the windows. You said I don't know any black fight. Yeah, exactly. He hates on everybody. Like I said, look, it does like a lot of people don't really realize this, Tank, and that's what I be trying to tell people. He's great in the ring. No doubt about it. Make no mistake about it. He is supremely gifted. I mean, his slip, his pull counter, everything obsolete. The way that his trick game, the way he fools everybody, and on top of that, him being a villain in all of his fights, phenomenal. But in terms of him being a businessman, in terms of him helping people out, man, he wanted to help Wilder out, and Wilder was, he was salty because Wilder, he just wanted to do his own thing or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Then all of a sudden Wilder lose, then you want to sit up there, you want to him, and I was kind of disappointed when Mayweather Sr. tried to insert him. Well, buddy, he need to have boxing. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, dog, let the nigga win. I mean, let the nigga leave the nigga alone. You know what I'm saying? Let the nigga try to win on his own. Let him try to figure it out on his own, man. And if he can't, that's on him. But don't try to put your 2 cents in there and talk about, oh man, I told you so. See, you should have did this. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't nobody want to hear that. Now, Jeff Mayweather, I like the way Jeff Mayweather, the way he analyzes everything. He's more diplomatic about the situation. He said if any Mayweather that I listen to. Well, Roger didn't really talk too much or whatever, but Roger was the brains behind a lot of the stuff. You know what I'm saying? And then Jeff Mayweather. Yeah, man, he up in there, like dog, like you sitting up in here because when somebody lose, that's when you want to start, you want to start to insert yourself, or even when somebody when Haney wins, you want to start trying to get clout, or if there's a Jake Paul fight or something like that, you always trying to make yourself be seen. Man, your time is over with. We understand what you did. And then when at the press conference with Carmel Moten couldn't even really say anything because he's like, well, it's like okay, Carmel Moten would get ready to talk, then he wants to jump in front of him and try to talk, and then they'll ask Carmel Moten, not Mayweather a question. They'll ask Carmel Moten a question. Here come Mayweather. Well, sir, I'm 50-0 for a reason. Nigga, we know that. We know that. Deontay Wilder, Deontay Wilder, we know that he started boxing too late. You know what I'm saying? For him to try to learn new tricks. So Mayweather Senior up in there talking about he could have helped. He could have made him a great and all this other stuff. It was highly unlikely because Deontay Wilder was just set in his ways or whatever. And on top of that, you got to give Deontay Wilder credit because he didn't really he had to do what was necessary, man, to take care of his family. This guy's story, man, a lot of people don't realize that. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, you could talk all the trash that you want to about Deontay Wilder, but hey, he got a statue. So, man, like at the end of the day, man, you got to be able to hold accountability for what you're doing. And like I said, man, when you owe people, you said Wilder is a future Hall of Fame. Yeah, he is. I mean, he's a Hall of Famer, man. I mean, he's the only guy to knock out as many heavyweights as he did as besides Muhammad Ali. Knocked out the most heavyweights. The Bronze Bomber. You know what I'm saying? Like, do I wish that he would have had some boxing in his repertoire? Yeah, I did because listen, a 6'7" Deontay Wilder with boxing skills, like you're damn near looking at you would probably be looking at a guy like Lennox Lewis. You know what I'm saying? And Lennox Lewis wasn't like no knockout artist or anything like that, but you throw the boxing skills of Lennox Lewis in there, and on top of that, his knockout power, Deontay Wilder, man, that dude would be really unstoppable. He'd have wiped the floor with Tyson Fury. But man, it does. Like I said, man, it never takes away anything from Mayweather, um, in terms of what he done for the game and stuff. But man, this guy right here, bro, he has to realize, man. Um, I don't think he realizes karma, and you're gonna have to pay your debt, man. That's basically what it is. Everybody, everybody that's saying stuff about Bill Haney now and stuff like that, and talking down on Bill Haney and the Haneys and stuff like that. One day they'll get the last laugh, man. You know what I'm saying? But now all everybody's talking about how Devin Haney, his mindset, he's gonna be mentally shot down and all this other stuff. Nah, that's not gonna happen. He'll be fine. He'll be just fine. Yeah, Haney is a warrior. He's a warrior, man. Just think about it like this: a lot of guys wouldn't have got up. He got up and kept coming. Now, just think about it. If he would have knocked out Ryan Garcia, would Ryan Garcia have gotten up? That's what we got to look at it too. I know Ryan Garcia has gotten up in fights after being knocked down, but would he be able to get up from the hits if Haney had that type of power? Would you be able to get up? That's the question that we got to raise, because when you got hit with that shot by Tank, you weren't able to get up, or when you got got hit in the gut with the body shot. But man, I just wanted to talk my little ish, y'all. Um, be sure to like the video, share it, subscribe, hit them notifications too. Straight to the point, sports and entertainment, man. I'll get at y'all later.